I'm Devin Dewar. I'm an angel intuitive and spiritual teacher, and this video is part of my angel number series, where we dive deep into the meaning of angel numbers. I give you a bonus message at the very end of this video, plus I give you a journaling prompt and a pocket affirmation to say every time you see 1313. I do this in all my angel number videos. That's what makes these videos different. Plus, I give you a special meaning that the angels shared with me when I talk to my spiritual team that might mean the same thing for you. Now, I'm always going to encourage you to listen to all the meanings and see what resonates. If something doesn't resonate, leave it behind. But just in case you're brand new here, welcome. And by the way, welcome back to my lovely subscribers. I appreciate you so much. If you are new here, though, I'll just mention to you what angel numbers are briefly. They are anytime you are seeing a sequence of numbers. You can see them anywhere from a clock to a license plate to a sales receipt to a serial number or someone's birthday, right? So anywhere you see repeating numbers and it catches your attention. So that's important to keep in mind with angel numbers. Plus, there are ways you can interpret these numbers and receive custom messages for yourself. So that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about what it commonly means when you see 1313, and I will share with you what the angels say it means for me when I see it, as well as, some ways to do it yourself and see what resonates. So let's dive deeper into these meanings here. But again, don't forget to stay tuned to the very end for a bonus message for you. Your spiritual team is highly efficient. They know when you are going to see this video. So there are messages for you. Your spiritual team is not just your angels, guardian angels, and archangels, but it's also passed away loved ones who want to work with you, spirit guides and spirit animals, even ascended masters. So we want to be paying attention to what these angel numbers mean, what we're feeling in our body, what we're thinking about, and see if we can identify the energies and what they mean for us. And that takes paying attention every time you see these numbers and tracking them. So again, like I said, in today's video, we're going to go over 1313. And we're going to talk about kind of the basic general overall meanings that it might mean. And let's first talk about the number 13. A lot of people have associated the number 13 with a superstitious number. I personally find it to be a very lucky number. I have a daughter that was born in the 13th. I've had a lot of amazing things happen on the 13th, but I've also studied numerology quite a bit. And what you would actually do with the number 13 is you would net it down to a 4. 1 plus 3 equals 4, right? And you've often heard people talk about 4 is the door. It's the way to go through into another opportunity, another dimension, another lifestyle, right? You have to go through the door to get to where you really want to go. So often, I can see where people might see it as a challenging number because it does bring change. And if you're not willing to embrace change, that could bring up some roadblocks and some feelings of superstition. But I am here to debunk all of that, just like I did with my angel number 666 video. I am here to tell you that the angels only communicate with us through positive messages. They do it in gentle, loving ways. They will not tell you what to do. So if you are feeling fear, that is likely a different energy. That might be a mental process that we need to debunk as well. And it's not going to be something scary coming from your angels. All right, so before we go into kind of some other ways to view 13 and really cool ways to look at it besides the basics, I'm going to talk to you about these general meanings that I saw most people associate the number 1313 with. It does carry a spiritual meaning because it's a repeating number and it caught your attention. And it's often seen as a powerful indicator in metaphysical beliefs, right? So metaphysical, things that are unseen, right? And there are some common spiritual interpretations associated with this. One of them is spiritual growth and enlightenment. It's thought to indicate a period of rapid spiritual growth and the illumination of the mind. So kind of those epiphanies, those aha moments. So if you are seeing 1313, maybe on a building as you drive by or on a billboard, what were you just having an aha moment about might be a good question to ask yourself. Now we'll get into more things you can ask yourself towards the end, but that was a great prompt there as well. Another big meaning for 1313 that's commonly associated with it is, of course, encouragement and support. As with all angel numbers, it may suggest spiritual forces or angels are offering support and encouraging you in your endeavors. I've said this in many videos before, but it's worth repeating here, that numbers are a really easy way for our spiritual team to connect with us because it's a universal language and it's everywhere. So we might see multiple angel numbers at a time, different ones, but multiple, all with that same idea of encouragement and support or to keep going. Another common meaning, which is also associated with other angel numbers, is manifestation of ideas into the reality. You're literally bringing that great idea, that aha moment from the ethereal world down into this physical reality. So seeing 1313 can be a sign that your thoughts and ideas are beginning to manifest, and it's urging you to focus on positive outcomes. We don't want to let our mind get into self-fulfilling prophecies. And so a lot of times if we are in a negative thought process or we're getting stuck in fear or in worry, this is when the angels or our spiritual team, all of the above, will just start flooding us with these angel numbers and these synchronicities to remind us, hey, watch your thoughts. Let's focus on a positive outcome. Another common meaning for 13 is, of course, breakthroughs and personal development. This number might appear when significant personal breakthroughs are occurring or are about to occur. So remembering that meaning of 4 is the door. If it's a breakthrough, you're breaking through that barrier. You're finding a way around that challenge, right? So that takes action. It takes being willing to walk through that door. And so you might be shown, hey, there's about to be a door opening for you where you can get through this. So pay attention so you're ready to go through the door. You know, another thing I often think about with 1313 is I think of in The Sound of Music. I believe it was Mother Superior tells Maria, no, maybe Maria says it herself. I think I've said this on other videos, but I think Maria says it. Whenever the Lord closes a door somewhere, he opens a window. I love that saying. It stays with me so much, but it is so true. Whenever there is a door that or a window that's being shut in your face, all we need to do is stay positive and optimistic that there is another opportunity for us. That's bringing in this opportunity to walk through the door. So speaking of which, a lot of times 1313 does represent new beginnings and opportunities. It may signify the closing of one chapter in our lives, but the immediate opening of another, like double doors, right? One door next to the other. This door closed, but this door opened, and it's filled with new opportunities. So we want to stay really positive about that opportunity. You know, it's the idea, the age-old stories where somebody suddenly loses their job, so they go and they find a different one, and when they start the new job, they meet the love of their life, right? And they would have never met that person if they'd stayed at the old job indefinitely, right? So the universe had to close the door on them to get them to the place to meet that loved one. So that's that double door type thing, right? And so I want you to think of that too when you're seeing 13 as it 2 doorways. It could mean that you have 2 options as well. You have 2 doors you could walk through, and you have to really check in with your intuition to see which one's the best for you. Another really common meaning would be courage and resilience. So again, it's encouraging you to be brave, persistent, and especially through those challenging times, it may take a lot of bravery to walk through a door where you don't know what's on the other side. So that's where we're going to check in with our intuition, right? And another final very common meaning I saw associated with 1313 through my research was creative energy and innovation. So this number often surfaces when it's time to embrace creativity and innovative thinking in various aspects of life. So instead of doing things the way everybody else has always done them, or doing things the traditional way, we're trying to find a new way. We're trying to embrace creativity. It could be even finding creative solutions, looking for that win-win scenario for everybody involved. That's going to be a really valuable meaning to associate with 1313. Now, before we go into some of the meanings that the angels said they want me to think of whenever I see 1313, which I share these with you because it could mean something for you too. And it might just be a little subtle change in the way that it was shared with me that might help you too. So I want to encourage you to consider that. But also you can ask for your own meaning from 1313. That's the other beautiful way. Like I said, I've never been prone to superstition. I probably because I've always felt my angels with me, and I feel safe in that way. But I do listen to my intuition. If anything fell off, I certainly did it. I paid attention. But the number 13, it was kind of like, bring it on. Like, I don't feel like that's a superstitious number, so I'm not going to give my power away to that. And then it's turned out to be quite the lucky number for me going forward. It does have that net 4 in there. So we'll get to that in just a minute with my meaning. But I want to first ask you, if you haven't already, would you like to sign up for my free newsletter at devindoer.com so you can get my gift for you, my ebook, Is It a Sign? How to Recognize Signs and Discover Their Meaning. This book gives you 5 questions to ask whenever you see angel numbers, other signs and symbols from your spiritual team, and helps you use hindsight by tracking it and understanding what your spiritual team is trying to tell you and guide you. I do have also on devindoer.com my custom journal. It's called Book of Evidence, Proof Your Angels Are With You. It has custom templates in it. It comes with a 4-part webinar that teaches you how to deepen your connection with the angels. However, you do not need this journal. I just offer it because it offers templates. It has a beginning kind of mini book that teaches you how to get started with this method. It encourages a daily spiritual routine with journaling that helps you really get the evidence down. That's why I call it Book of Evidence. But you can create your own evidence. The key is to track it. Make sure you're tracking it so you could use hindsight. Hindsight is one of the most powerful tools for deepening your trust and your connection with the angels. And in order to have hindsight, you have to have the evidence to go back and read it. You got to have things in this journal to really help you understand what was going on in your life at that time. So I give you a lot of tools and tips on that. And of course, I have a lot of other videos on my YouTube channel to encourage you. But I wanted to just remind you, if you haven't already, to go get that gift I have for you there. All right, so let's get into my journaling prompt. My special meaning, excuse me, I had a little itch there. The special meaning that I associate whenever I see 1313 is that idea of that, when you net the 1313, you're also getting, if you net the first 13, you're getting a 4, and you net the other 13, you're getting a 4, you're getting a 44, right? That's a master number in numerology. It's also an angel number. So whenever I see 1313, the angels wanted me to know you have multiple doors of opportunities available to you. Ask your heart which door is best for you and walk through to change your life now. So it's a multiple message for me. That's what they wanted me to know when you see 1313, is that there's multiple doors. And I was talking earlier about really checking in with your intuition. What do I feel is behind door 1, door 2, door 3, right? Because it's saying multiple doors. So we want to ask our heart what's best for us. If the doors are open and you can see clearly what's behind them, make sure you're asking your heart as well, but then go ahead and walk through, change your life now. And that's the invitation with 1313. Whenever I see it, it's an invitation to go ahead and walk through the door that your heart wants. And a lot of times we hesitate to do that because we don't feel deserving. We don't feel ready. We tell ourselves that, someone else should do it. That's the one I see with a lot of light workers like you. You are here because you are a light worker. You don't have to call yourself that. You don't have to do it professionally, but you have light to shine with the world, and you were called to work with the angels for a reason. And I see a lot of light workers hesitate to walk through doors of opportunities because they think somebody already else has done it before, so there's no need for them to do it, or they think, oh, well, nobody really needs it from me. They can get it from someone else, or they just don't feel ready or deserving. And if the angels are sending you these numbers to support you, they are inviting you to walk through that door and change your life now. Isn't that powerful? So I love that meaning. See if that resonates with you. We will get to your bonus message in a minute after the journal prompt and pocket affirmation. But remember that I do always encourage you to see what resonates with you. Listen to your body, listen to what's going on for you, what's going on in your life when you see these numbers, and interpret them on your own. And before we get to the journaling prompt, I would like to ask you, if you haven't already, to please hit that like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here. You are so welcome, and thank you again to my subscribers. But that way you can stay up to date, because I do go live on my YouTube channel at least once a week. Lately, at the time I'm recording this, it's been quite often because I'm having some amazing guests on. I'm doing detailed angel messages on Mondays. I'm doing a topic on Wednesdays. And actually, I'm currently in the middle of a 30-day journal with me challenge, if you want to check that out as well, where you can journal with me for 30 days. And even if you don't do it with me live right now, it will stay on a playlist and be available. You hear that dinging? That's saying, ding, do the journal with me. I do have my notifications turned off. Whenever my kids text me, it comes through. So that might be the bell saying, hey, join Devin for journal with me. I do share angel messages in that as well. They are evergreen. So even if you join that 30-day challenge a year after it's recorded, that could really benefit you with getting started with creating your book of evidence. Again, you don't need this journal. It is available on my website at devindoer.com, but you can use any journal you want. Just please keep it all in one place. So here's your journaling prompt anytime you see the numbers 1313. Where in my life do I want to bring positive change? What doors are available to me that I can walk through now? I'll say that again. Where in my life do I want to bring positive change? What doors are available to me that I can walk through now? So an example might be bartering with somebody. Maybe you do have an amazing skill you could offer someone else in exchange for something that will help you with your business and your goals. Maybe doing side jobs, maybe joining social groups so you can do some networking. Where are these doors? So use that prompt whenever you're seeing 1313, or anytime you really want to understand what opportunities are available to you. And here's your pocket affirmation to say every time you see 1313. I find these very valuable as a way of gratitude and affirming that you're seeing the angel numbers. And if you're new, again, pocket affirmations are just affirmations that are short and easy to remember. You can write them on a little piece of paper and carry them in your pocket all day if it helps you, or put it on a Post-it note somewhere in your home where you see it a lot. And I want to encourage you to write this pocket affirmation for 1313 in the comments below this video, so I know you made it to the end for the bonus message, which I'm about to share with you. Your 13 pocket affirmation is, I am open to new opportunities. Remember, we're keeping it simple here. I am open to new opportunities. Write that in the comments below this video so I know you made it to the end for this bonus message. I really appreciate you doing that. It really helps my video out and helps me know what is helpful for you. Of course, you can ask me questions as well that would help others in the broader sense. If you have a question about this angel number, I'd love to see your questions in the comments below. And it's so wonderful to hear from you always. So please don't feel shy to say hello. Now here's your bonus message, and thank you for being patient and being here to the very end. Your bonus message is, clarity is available to you now. Look back on what you have learned and use that wisdom to follow through on new and inspiring ideas. Seeing the truth of a situation will support you in the long term. So when I heard that message, seeing the truth in the situation, I did feel some of you out there have your heart squeeze, because there is something that maybe you already do know the truth, but you're possibly turning a blind eye to it because you can feel the challenge of having to face that truth. So maybe facing the truth is having to realize the work it's going to take to walk through a new door, or the work it's going to take to get the mentoring or the information necessary to know which door is right for you. It could mean the work is going back to school or taking a class to take your skills to a new level so that you can feel confident walking through that door. So if you did feel your heart squeeze at the idea of seeing the truth of a situation, I'm always going to encourage you to consider these 3 areas of your life: your relationships, which is going to be romance, children, parents, colleagues, friends, your health and fitness, and of course, your career and finance. Now, if you're retired, that could be your legacy, but look at these 3 areas of your life. Is there a truth there that needs to be faced where you could seize the opportunity to go to the next level, to walk through the door? And again, when we are seeing this 1313, as they reminded me too, it is a doorway and you're being invited through the doorway. And don't forget that I like to look at 13 as really a net 4. Okay, that's what I like to do, and I like to see it as an opportunity. So if you would like to, you could also go check out my angel number video about 44, and I go into 44 a little bit, 444. I go into 44 a little bit, but the angel number 444 had a very powerful role in me leaving my small business consulting service, where I was helping people get their businesses set up. I graduated with my degree in accounting and business administration. Can you see why I love angel numbers? I saw angel numbers all the time doing accounting work. So there was a reason I was drawn to it, although ultimately it wasn't what my heart wanted to do. My heart wanted to do the work I'm doing here with you now. But I was given that opportunity to see 444 a lot as I made the move to leave that small business consulting practice and go full time into the spiritual work I do here, which I am so honored to do, to share these angel messages with you. So look for that clarity, see the truth. Your spiritual team is supporting you, especially when you see the number 1313. Thank you for being here. And remember, take time every day to connect with the angels.